Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Chef Marty. Tonight I'm going to make some not so traditional chicken Parmesan. It's still going to be flavorful. It's going to be juicy, but I'm not going to bread it and fry it traditionally, so it's going to be a little bit more healthy. And I'm not going to use the traditional chicken breast. Instead, I'm going to use chicken thighs. And I'm going to use a little bit of panko crust to still give it that consistency that we come to know and love. So without further ado, let's get to cooking. Guys, as you can see, this doesn't call for a lot of ingredients. Most of the stuff you probably already got in your pantry, but I will leave a list of the ingredients in the description down below. All right, first I want to preheat a pan over medium heat. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil to that pan, get it nice and hot. Next, I'm going to add my washed and clean chicken thighs to the pan, and I'm going to give them a good press down to make sure that they got good contact with the surface of the pan, so we can get us a nice little sear on this. Okay, I'm going to season each side with a mixture of kosher salt, black pepper, Italian seasoning, and garlic pepper, and there's a half a packet of Sazon Goya. After about 2 minutes, I want to give this a flip, just like so. Once again, pressing down to make sure we got good contact, and then I'm going to repeat the process with my seasoning, making sure we season this side as good as we did the first side. All right, after about another 2 minutes, these are ready to pull. I'm going to pull these out, set them aside. Add a little bit extra oil if necessary. I'm going to repeat the process with my second step. Again, pressing down to make sure we get good contact with the pan to get a good, nice sear on this. Don't forget to season these like you did the first batch. Alright. After we repeat the process, I'm going to give these a pull and set them aside. To that same pan, I'm going to add 1 small onion or half of a medium onion if you have it. And then I'm going to give this a stir. Feel free to add another squirt of olive oil if necessary. I'm going to let these sweat down and use them to glaze my pan. Here, after about 2 minutes, you can see that the onions are pulling up that fond from the bottom of the pan, which is where all the flavor is. I'm going to give this a good stir, and I'm going to let these onions continue to cook for another 3 to 5 minutes. After 5 minutes total, I'm going to add 1 chopped bell pepper to it. Give it a stir, and then I'm going to let this cook for 3 minutes. Alright, after 3 minutes, I'm going to add 2.5 to 3 garlic cloves chopped. I'm going to add this, and I'm going to stir this and let it cook for about 1.5 minutes or until it's fragrant. Next, I'm going to add 1 can of tomato sauce, 1 can of diced tomatoes. I'm going to add a heaping helping, probably about 3 tablespoons of basil. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of Italian seasoning and about a tablespoon, of red pepper flakes. But that's optional and your choice. Give this a real good stir to make sure all those flavors are mixed. I'm going to cover and let this simmer for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, I'm going to give it another stir to make sure nothing is sticking on the bottom. I also want to take this time to taste it and check my flavors and make any adjustments. Usually at this point, it just requires a little bit of salt and pepper, as those other flavors are still in there and prevalent. Alright, setting that aside, I got 1 cup of panko breadcrumbs. I'm going to add also to that equal parts of 1 cup of shredded Parmesan cheese. Give that a blend. To that, I want to add about 3 tablespoons of Italian seasoning. Again, give that a blend. And now I'm going to mix in a couple squirts of olive oil. I'm going to mix these breadcrumbs until they become semi-moist. I want them moist enough that the oil can brown the breadcrumbs, but not so much that the breadcrumbs begin to clump together. Just like so. Set that aside. I'll transfer my sauce to a oven-safe dish. My oven is preheating right now at 350 degrees. I'm going to submerge my chicken thighs into the sauce, and I'm leaving some space in between them so that they stay individually. It would help with serving. Once they're submerged in my sauce, I'm going to add a heaping helping of my panko shredded cheese mixture to each one of these. Again, I'm trying to keep these a little bit separate so that when I come to serving, I know how to pick them out of the pan. All right, looking good. You can never have too much panko, can never have too much cheese. This is coming together nicely. All right, for the final touch, just for a little bit of garnish, I want to sprinkle a little bit of parsley flakes on top of each one just before I put these in the oven. I'm going to bake these for about 30 to 40 minutes until they're fully done. And boom, here we go. This is the finished product. Don't that look good? Folks, this is an easy recipe, budget friendly. Visit me on my blog, cookingwithchefmarty.com.